We now return to Let's Play SimCity 2000. Okay, so we've got a big demand here for a lot of stuff, but a lot of heavy, dirty industry. We've also got a lot of residential demand. We should do something about that. So last time I looked and I saw really bad crime over here. So first thing I'm going to do is put down another police station. It's going to add a lot to my expenses, so I can probably take this down now just a little bit. So police, you kind of have to wait until it ticks over to see how far it goes. Everything else I have discovered adequate to our needs. Okay, as soon as it says trim, efficient, and responsive, that is the appropriate amount of funding for this. So adequate for our needs, that's fine. We could turn this down just a little bit. Adequate. Okay, we'll keep it at adequate. Excellent is better, but right now we need to focus on making a little bit more money. We will do this with not there. Actually, we need to put this right here. I kind of want to make that a strip, actually. So let's well, let's go ahead and add our little extension here. And I think we're overdue for a park as well. Land value, yeah, land value can use a little bit of a boost. So we'll put in a park, big park, right there. We'll use this as commercial, as a strip, and then let's see. Okay, we can put maybe some traffic there, something like that. Okay, let's grab some more of that. Nah, let's go light. We're probably going to need more, but that was sort of the whole idea, was that we were going to start sprawling. How is my water pump situation? Not pump situation, the pipe situation. Okay, this backside's going to need a little bit of help. How do I want to lay the pipes out around here? Go down in strips? If I go down in strips, this isn't going to work. Oh, shit. There. So let's do a pipe. Oh, good grief. There. Alright. So that'll get that going. And now we need to have a conversation about where the next expansion of industry is. I'm trying to avoid clumping the industry. So we kind of need a little bit out here, to be honest, to make it symmetrical. We have got so much industry in this place. Let me look at what my taxes are doing right now. Okay, that's probably why. In fact, why don't we bump that up? We'll lower that down. We'll see what that does. Anything else I can do for ordinances before we get this thing going? I could do nuclear free zone. Let's do that. It doesn't cost me anything, makes people happier, and it takes a little bit of a hit to the industrial. So let's see what that does. Ideally, we will not need nuclear. We can just leapfrog straight into fusion, but we're going to need a lot of money for that. Let's check my charts as always. Power, water, unemployment is going down again. Traffic is negligible, and that's all I want to check, I think. Okay, that's going up. Keep unemployment there. Okay, and now we're seeing lots of money come in, and we're seeing demands again. So let's go turtle speed, and let's put in... we need some light residential. Is that light? I got light commercial, yeah. We need light because that's where people shop. And this is in the middle of a residential area, so we're going to put that there. And we see it is starting to fill. I could do offices right here since it's next to that, but I'm willing to bet this is going to take all of my demand away, so let's hold off on that. And you know what I can do? Oh, okay. Helicopter's just sitting down. I was going to put more in right here. Shoot. Hold on. I said I was going to save some of that for bus zoning. Well, I could put a bus there. Maybe if I do a little 6-by, I put a bus... Yeah. Okay. We're fine. Set that to llama speed. I don't know. Obviously, the way the game runs, we're better off just running full cheetah speed, but so much happens and so much time disappears in that I would like to sort of keep us going here just a little bit better, a little bit longer. So what are we at for this? 47 cars a minute? Okay, so it looks busy. This street is very busy. Very busy. 95? Good grief. We gotta do something about that. Let's pause. What are we gonna do about that? I could do small demolitions here. Oh yeah, I was gonna actually put a subway there. And start getting people to move that way. So if I maybe take that park out and put a subway there, that's within range of people, but it's not within range of commercial. It's going to be real expensive because subway stations, they're not too expensive. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. I guess I could put another one here. So if you were looking close enough when I was looking at Lakeside last episode in that video, they had a subway station pretty much every block on the corner there. So that was impressive. What if I put a subway station here? Is that not? Let's de-zone that. So we got a subway we can hook up there. We kind of don't have any transport options right here. So why don't we do one here as well? Demolish. I'm assuming something is here. Not anymore. Let's do subway. Not that. Oh, and we don't have any water out there. So we put a station there. Station there. Because I'm really trying to alleviate this situation on this side of town. Having more over here would be better, but for now I think we're okay. We probably could do with something here as well, to be honest. Especially from here to here. I like that, actually. Let's get rid of you. What are we getting rid of? I think that's a small one. Let's see, turn. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not overly terrible to get rid of that one. Okay, the negative of subways is that they are freaking expensive. Laying subway rail, very, very pricey. But we gotta do it. I could put another subway out here. See, I'm on the fence about that because we've already got something servicing people, which is more effective for people as well, but I've left so much little tiny spaces out here, and that's all that it would do out here in industrial because freight doesn't go on subway. All right, well we gotta lay this stuff at least a little bit. Let's start over here where the actual problem is. God, we'll lay some subway. Does that line up? I'm going to pull it back just a little bit until I can determine. There we go. And that is all my money. So we will have to just wait a minute. See how that works out for me. Yes. Shit. Now I don't have any money for a library. Forgot that was another thing I wanted to do. Okay, well, that just disappeared. Got us a quake. 49 killed in a quake. They must have been campers, huh? Total today, innumerable Gasburg residents, not innumerable, there are 49 of them, are mourning the are mourning the loss of loved ones following last night's violent earthquake. Okay, Kingpin shattered, so that means we're good on police. Melodious industry. Industries are being attracted to Gasburg by high levels of college graduates. Electronic Necktie, one of swarms of computer companies relocating to Gasburg, cited the educated labor pool as their primary reason for setting up operations. Excellent. So that means that we're doing great there. Jack Municipality. You don't have to hang out at Weiss Street any longer to get a great cup of joe and some jacks. Manny's Pancake Palace is open downtown. Okay, that means good for commercial too. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Oh, that was way out there. Okay, we don't have to worry about that at all. How's our approval? 68%. Yikes. We fell dramatically. Possibly because we haven't done anything about... okay, we'll keep Spooky Volcano Lady on. Sure, why not? We did nothing about the unemployment thing. Unemployment's only at 4. That's not too bad. In fact, everything is good. Traffic is a little low, so, but we do need to take care of this. So, I mean, okay, all of this is back. I'm kind of tempted to tear some of this out and just put dirty industry in here. Let's just put a pause on that. Because that would get it kind of close. And you know what we do need here? I've been experimenting with small towns, and our reliance or over-reliance upon the dense industry is not so good. We really need to be rethinking that. Well, first of all, we need more people. They can be moving in if I electrify the area. But we need to get more industries. And I'd like to have something here. Basically, I need to have more going on before I can expand out here. I guess I can get this closer. Yikes, I want to save this pond so that we can build around it. I waste a few spots right there, but gets me right up. I guess I don't need, well, yeah. So if we were to go like that, and then come up here, I could just leave this along the backside, because I can still build to it from this way, and then that leaves me a little bit of a gap for potential other buildings. Like this one isn't going to be any good, so we could put like a bus station here or something. Even though that eats into this. But I'm thinking out here is where I want to start putting some industry, and I don't want to put dense industry there. You know what? Let's do it. Let's wipe some of this out. Yeah, I think this is just a better overall. It's going to hurt us in the short term as we lose all the tax revenue and statistics and whatnot. But man, we gotta get the proper amount of industry in here, and do so without breaking the bank, because once again, I'm eating into what little profit I make. I guess, you know, from a budgetary standpoint, I'm doing a good job where I'm bringing in lots of money, but we're not keeping overly much in the surplus. We're actually turning around and sending it right back into the economy, getting the city built up, you know, investing in the city as you were supposed to do. Man, we just never have any money. And now industry is tanking a little out here. What is my... See, I could probably do with doing the same thing out here. Maybe destroying some of that for dense. It's really bad right here. Unemployment's only at 4. Well, I mean, if I'm gonna do it, I guess I'd want to put dense right there. It pollutes the water a little bit, and we can actually see this. Let's go to turtle. So the water is low pollution, none out there, and right here it's low. I'm afraid that if we put more, it's going to compound that and make it worse, but better to do that than to have this here, because I think proximity of dense to airport increases your chances of having crashes and whatnot. So, in the interests of not having bad things happen, let's wipe this out. And you know what? Whilst we're doing this, there we go. I am going to also plan for putting out, putting out some things. Okay, we got a little bit of crime there. So I could put a police station right here, and then anticipate putting... Wow, subway doesn't do anything. I would need a rail. I would need a rail connection, which means more destruction and devastation to make this go away. But since this is on the road, well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, because this could be trucks, this could be people coming to work, it could be whoever. It's unfortunate that it doesn't specify the simulation that much, because this could be people going to work, but since it's stuck right around here, it seems to imply that it is freight, which would mean railroads would be the only way through. So, I mean, I could do a big devastation here. Is it worth it? I mean, traffic's not too bad. 44 cars, it's busy, but it's not too bad. Let's not. Put another expensive police station down. Let's rezone. Blow all my money once again. And back out. Come look at you. Crime's at an all-time low. Fire response is adequate. 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 To be fair, I could bump that up, and I probably should bump that up. What do you mean? Because I've got a lot here. Crime is low. Let's get this to excellent. Adequate. Adequate. Effective. There you go. Adequate. Now, let's see. Let's bump this up to 100 and see what he says. Let's bump this back down to 85. And now that I've done that, everything is reset, so it's not actually what we need here. Okay, we do need some transport up in here. Yeah, we really do. I'm going to put a pause on you again. Let's grab this right here. I'm going to do... It is tempting to put that here. Just because of the spacing, and it would be more located to these guys. In reality, you need... because it looks like they're going right here. And I think because this is within the 10 radius, that's why this is wiping this out. So I think we would do better here to have people coming from this, especially since I intend to have a buffer of commercial here, and then use that as my transport. What is my... I probably should dump a bus station in here. God, there's just so many things to think about. All right, let's just do what I was thinking of doing here. Bus depot here. In the long term, I think that'll be a better choice. I'll drag you in there, and we just have an overabundance of demand. Crazy because we've only got 4% employment problems. How's our transport? Yeah, we could, I mean, we could even use another bus here, to be honest with you. Alternatively, how about we put one just sort of in the middle of everything? And then we'll surround it with parks. That'll boost land value there. which will also be a good thing. Get that back going to cheetah speed. I keep forgetting to turn that down. Crime is low. Adequate. Just go 100% on that. Yeah, what's our school situation like? B. Okay. Let's go 95. Oh, fuck it, just go 100. Although, this is A+, we can go in here and probably lower that to 85. Not that it's doing much in total. And now that I've got money, let's also put in a marina. Kind of a waste to use this whole shoreline here. As long as we're bringing in the big bucks, though, we should be good. Oh, now we're getting a little bit of busyness over here. What did this do for this? Not much. Seeing a little bit of a bump in commercial, so what I would like to do now, set this down to turtle. Let's grab some light, fill that in there. And now that we've got the money, because I've abandoned this, let's, that's the wrong thing. I want subway here. Let's see. We can at least grab some of that. This apparently never got watered. Okay, that's now connected. And where else are we at? So I've got enough to do a subway here. I just left that abandoned out there. Eventually everything should loop together. It really ought to. So let's check out... oh, okay. You have to be above ground to see the cars, apparently. I mean, I'm doing this for nothing. And I really mean that, because if we just look at traffic, it's at 6. Which is not terrible. And I think we can perhaps afford a little bit of an expansion here. Let's see, why don't we do a block of dense and a block of light. That's way too much for the demand, but give her a shot. I'm kind of considering removing that building so I can have an out for the rail, if I'm going to have potential expansion of that. Especially because of this... at 6% I don't feel like demand should be that high, but I think this just means that we do not have enough. Now, I could affect that. Let's put in some light industrial out here. Just so people have a place to go. We will water this. Is it already watered? No. 'Tis not. This whole area is not watered either. Well, perhaps I should have it go that way instead. That's a little bit better. Yeah. So like I was saying, I was experimenting with some small cities, and what it was doing for me was giving me... Okay, that's not good enough. It's because of that. what it was doing for me was giving me, hold on, okay, two thoughts here. I was able to experiment with the whole dense industry with a layer of light industry, like the warehouse district, then a layer of dense office, and then a layer of light commercial businesses and whatnot, right next to either low density or high density residential. And that seemed to be working pretty well. In fact, starting small, like really small, I'm talking like I started with one little 9x9 block and only built as was needed with demand, I was having zero unemployment. Like, I actually started getting newspapers telling me that, hey, businesses are now battling each other for employees because there's nobody to work. I gave myself a labor shortage. Second thought, let's put in that damn library I've been neglecting to put in. Alright, so now we've got kind of a little campus complex going on over here. Let's put a small park right here. I was thinking of putting it sort of back here to keep it as part of the campus, but that really is good water spots there. Especially this one being surrounded by 4 tiles. So we'll just put that there. We could put another marina over here. What exactly does this do for me? Nothing really. They haven't demanded it from me either, so... how's our water? 55, 95. We could probably stand to use a little bit more water treatment in the city. 77. Yeah, we could probably stand a little bit more water treatment. I'd kind of like to maybe put something over here where it's disgusting and not going to be terribly useful for me to develop this area. Let's keep this going for llama speed. I got to think about... let's put a bus stop right here. And that actually gave me traffic. What the hell? As soon as I put that down, it added to the traffic. I don't know. So I guess we can have this road come up here for a small development. In fact, if I keep this light industrial, this area up here would be a fantastic spot for just a little bit of residential, light residential. So there is a double whammy you can do with that. If you develop your suburbs on state capital, the seeds of development planted and tended chronically by Gasburg's founders have sprouted. Gasburg has matured into a thriving community of over 30,000 citizens. In a press interview, Mayor announced that Gasburg has been declared the official state capital. The state has bestowed upon us the highest honor of a municipality and has given us a statue to commemorate the occasion. The mayor will place the statue as soon as a deserving site is determined. Outraged protesters marched on the city center but got lost. The march got back on track after a gas station attendant redirected them. Scientists deny that incidents of this nature can be explained by natural laws. They're just idiots. 0 pimples. A surprising poll this week revealed that occurrences of pimples had dropped to 0. The last case was reported in November, and there hasn't been one since. This won't last forever. It's statistically impossible, stated Dr. Kirk Bryant of the Gasburg Medical Center, but we're still happy that no one is suffering. It's a cute indicator that we're doing our job. So saying, the tragic physician donned a party go-kart, tossed back some champagne, and joined the festivities in progress, drinking while driving. The bastard surfer dudes everywhere kicked cagily at the news. Ah, heck, I just can't believe it, stated one. Store clerks everywhere heeled anxiously at the news. Oh, heck, I just can't believe it, one exclaimed. Stevens Road Parade. The Stevens Road Parade, which will undoubtedly become the annual event of Gasburg, is just around the corner. The parade is to establish an annual commemoration of Gasburg's founders, those who brought the first life into the young town. Okay. And yet, traffic is at 7%, taxes at 7%, crime and pollution. So traffic is jumping up again. Not really, not according to that. I can't believe this. The minute I added this, I guess maybe because it implies that people are moving here and then they come out here and grow up a little bit around this. Let's put some parks around here just to raise land value in what is going to be an otherwise terrible place. Yeah. Right, parks can't transfer energy, so I either develop another line across here. Alright, we'll come back to that. I'm just going to give it a minute. So I guess we keep developing 9x6s? What if I did a little bit of dense residential right here? I don't see this taking a huge chunk out of our problem. And mayhap... Oh, that's not the right one. An actual road. A little bit more dense out here. God, I hate doing this. I really do. Because we're supposedly so enlightened that we are supposed to be getting rid of our polluting industries, right? Like, we're actually supposed to be improving upon that situation. You know, I've been looking at this, but really demand is here. So the fact that we have this ratio of electronics, like it's maxed, and we have demand for it, actually means what I need is more light industrial. So I'm actually being very stupid right there. We will then put light industry in there. And one thing too, are we out of power? Not according to that. God, are we having this we're having this situation again. That is really irritating. I wanna drag a line from outside here where we know we've got power, and just see. Also, how big is this statue? It's tiny. Where can we put that? Well, we can put it right here. Or right here. I don't think the statues have any kind of... I know they don't do land value, strangely. And they don't have any other purpose. Yeah, fine. I was going to put something like a subway here. Let's have it right here at the corner. We're coming down from the... Go right there. 65 feet. No pigeons. Okay, to verify this, though, because, again, I can't trust the books that I've been reading. Okay, that's already a pretty high land value place, but I guess if we see this expand a little bit, then we'll know that statue added to the density. Anyway, we need to get this going. And yeah, we must just be out of range right now. God, that pisses me off. That pisses me off. Because it's right. I mean, I guess if it's following electrical lines, then no, it is actually going quite a distance. I do not want to put a line across to here, but we may end up having to. And I could develop this into another waterfall over here. What I'd actually like to do, because we have this huge spot out here at the edge of the map, I could do a lot of terraforming to turn this into basically the power top. If I flatten that, I could actually put people up there. I don't. How do I want to deal with this? Damn it. I don't is the actual answer. I don't want to have to deal with this. But we do. Are we okay out here? How's this thing going? 240? See, but why? But why? Because we've got power plants here that are actually, they should be distributing to here. This doesn't make any damn sense to me. Especially since we're not short on power. Because what concerns me is that if this is unpowered, or unpowerable, then anything out here further is going to require its own power source. Which I guess could come from here. I could build this out and do another one of these solar and wind complexes. I really want to have this, because this would take care of all of our power needs. But we are so far away from getting that. I could take out a bunch of loans. There's absolutely no way that would be good for me, especially not at what would end up being 6%. So we'd be paying back 600 buckaroos every month, every year, excuse me. So I could afford 2. That's half of one of those power things. So we can't. I can't. I have to. A short-term solution would be plopping down a larger power plant, but we would also run out of all of our money. I could do a gas power plant, which is half the money, but if we're going to do gas, we may as well do solar because it's cleaner. And okay. I'm just looking here because if it's going to be 4x, what I could do is get this kind of out here so I can at least make it. Nah. Fuck it, let's just go. Solar plant right in the middle of the industrial. Okay, what the fuck? Now you're doing it. Yeah, I just don't know how to explain that. I really don't. Well, the last time we had this big demand issue. Actually, can I get out of that? Shit! God damn it! I hit escape, which apparently also means yes, you want that. Well, okay, fine. We built it. We're going to keep it because maybe eventually we'll build out here and we'll need a connection. That is not what I wanted. That is absolutely not what I wanted. Well, it's going to be even worse now. I wonder, let me see. So you can build diagonal roads here. Ooh. There we go. Do something like that. Go ahead and put dense industrial out here. May as well take advantage of it. And what I was going to do was put seaport. But now I think it's going to cost me too much money because that frickin' bridge. Let's put a little strip on there. We'll have to just do a strip at a time, I guess. I don't even know if this is going to develop this way, to be honest with you. Well, not if we don't electrify the damn thing. Let's go down to Turtle for a minute, because I want to check on my transport, and we have actually got too much space in between here. We really could stand another one. Let's take it right there before this thing fully develops. Especially since that is the corner where traffic is right now developing, it'd probably be a good bet to put that there. And let's see if we can't finish off this section of Seaport. Now, I mean, this could be a subway connection here, but it only has 3, so it would actually have zoning to here. Whatever. It really throws me off seeing how much traffic is on the roads, and then you look at the graph and it's like, actually, it's not that big a deal. Really? Come on, make a connector there. Okay, how we doing? Crime is low. Adequate. That is not adequate. So what that means is, how far is... Yeah, we could probably do with some fire out here. So we'll put a fire station in right there. Coming back into funding, cut this back to, say, 85? Still excellent. Cut this back to 75. Adequate. 80 is the hotspot. Health and welfare, efficient, adequate. Let's go check on that. Let's go see how true that is. First of all, 82%. B+. B+. A+ on the college. So, come into education, and we're spending too much. I mean, we're at maximum. We're not spending too much. We're at maximum. What that means is we need another school. So, we could put it over here. Act as a buffer here. Okay. We'll put a... That's not at all where I'm at. School. We're not maximizing the usage of this very well, but here we go. Okay, well now that that's going to be connected, let's also get rid of that, so I can put a park in. And we'll just go ahead and strap that over there. And watch it go again. Amazing how much traffic is developed over here. But that means we have a demand. So it also means that I can make another little area over here for use. Especially if we're going to build up here, which we are, because there's no point not to. So yeah, ideally I'd like to have a little bit of an industrial sector out there. Unemployment is now going up to 5. Power is still level. Traffic is still low. Education, 98. Health, 66. Health is not the best. Let's see. Health is actually is the best. Ooh, wow. So right into the workforce, you got a pretty high lifestyle there, but by the end of it, man, not so much. And we need to improve upon that as well. So what could we do ordinance-wise? Because aside from just maxing out hospitals, and before we do that, we've got more patients than beds. Okay, we're in a bad way there. We need another hospital. So that's actually probably where we're at, because ordinance-wise, about junior sports is like the last thing. Oh, really? Overall, that's all it adds? It looks like a lot here, but when you look at it, it actually... How's that possible? Estimated totals. Well, we can afford it, and that's the last thing I can do to really help out health. That would be good for the fire situation, but it doesn't do much else. I should probably get rid of some of these. Actually, the sales tax, getting rid of the sales tax might help a little bit. Growth isn't really a problem. I mean, between the two of these, though, I'm I'm taking away a lot of money. Yeah, I mean, we can afford the $10. 10 simoleons. This will give us a little bit of a boost to our commercial zones here. What do you have to say? Raise taxes. What are our taxes? Okay. Yeah, alright. So we got to figure out another place for a hospital, because that is not good. Probably out here, I would think. I imagine this one's the same thing. Oh yeah. Yeah. It would be nice if we got screamed at for that. That, you know, hospitals are full and that sort of thing. Let's actually check the newspaper real quick. The Chronicle. Can't say. The Courier, the people love you so much they've thrown you another parade. Okay, I thought I put you on pause. Llama pox linked to the electric spoon. Gasberg takes first. Okay, so our education's good again. I guess health is an issue there, but it's just we're good. We're good there. We don't have an issue with the funding. It is the fact that we are full on our hospitals. And if we actually go look at this, we're probably going to see a lot of problems out here. Land value is not so great, but it's actually pretty high comparatively when you think about it for industry. And crime down by the docks is pretty bad, despite the fact that we've got a police station right there. So I don't know. I guess we just got to do a lot more services. What's our museum like? 1,500 people there? That's not bad. I would say we could do more, especially what is our population? 31,000. Okay, we could actually probably do another one. Before we go, let's do that. What's a museum? 1,000. That's a lot of money, but get it down so I don't forget. That'll help retain some of that high education. And, oh yeah, we gotta stave up some money so I can continue connecting my subways and get that problem under control, because it is under control. Let's just be honest. It's under control, but we need better. So yeah, commercials filled in. Let me fill that in too before I forget. The more I do at the end of an episode is the less I have to review the tapes, as it were, to find out what I did in the previous episode. So I think we're good there. College classroom-wise, yeah, we're fine for colleges. Perfect. And then, what I would like to do, so I'd like to save up for a new power source. I would also like to save up for more touristy stuff. So, like, I'd like to get a zoo, potentially another stadium, and things of that nature, because then we can make a connection to our neighbors, which, if we look at our neighbors, it's pretty sizable, actually, but if we make a connection to them, and then I suppose if I make an actual road connection, not just a rail connection, we'll start getting some commercial tourists from pioneers as well, because right now I think this is only industrial coming in on this. But then we can start building up commercial, because that's what tourism is good for there, especially since we have a rather high demand for it, and it's almost like 50% there. So it's one of our leading industries. It's number 3, in fact, besides aerospace. Aerospace is dense. Okay. So hopefully that's what's actually coming in there then. It's hard to say because you can zoom in on these and check, but then you see like chemical storage and warehouses and what do we got popping in here? Large warehouse. Get out of there, please. Okay. So the businesses are not actually reflecting what we supposedly have here. We got factory. What are you doing out here? Factory. Industrial thingamajig. I can only imagine that this is like a high-tech warehouse. Maybe. Possibly. What are you? It's a nice office building. And let's go check. One last thing. I promise. This is it. Let's check land value around that statue. Yeah, didn't improve appreciably, so I don't believe this has any impact whatsoever. It's just there to look nice. It has got 13 pigeons on it, which, according to one of the guides, people who know better TM say that just doesn't mean anything. I think it's in SimCity 3000, it indicates that you're doing a crappy job because pigeons like to keep pooping on your statue, but it doesn't mean anything here. And, unfortunately, our patchwork of airport here, I don't know how to get this to keep developing. I don't know what we're doing wrong there. I wonder if it's because I took that road away, even though I would like it to touch here. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, time to end this one here. I will see you next time.